Brush that off, Mr. AG. Thank you for joining us on today's podcast for OhHello. I am Jeremy Bloom. With me, I have Aaron Goldman. Aaron, introduce yourself. Who are you? What defines you? Oh, hello.
Well, I assume we have to start everyone that way, right?
You have to. Like, give me your best OhHello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Maybe British accent? Oh, hello. Hello, governor.
I'll take it. I will take it. You are a man that's very well traveled.
Indeed. Sorry, I got stuck on the oh, hello. What was the first question?
Who are you? What defines you?
Who am I? What defines me? Wow. I'm Aaron. I am a husband, a dad, a marketer, a team leader, a rapper, a trick shotter. I'll stop short of baller 20-inch rims on the Impala. But I could go there if we wanted to. And then, I guess, I guess what defines me is probably the people around me. My wife, family, I got 3 kids, a marketing team at Mediaocean. I was going to say my Twitter followers, but no, they definitely don't define me.
Yeah.
And it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? I'd say what defines me is their perception more than anything I try and actively put out into the world.
Well said. As a chief marketing officer, as someone who's been in our ecosystem for so long, is a dear friend of mine. How would you characterize your skill set that you're going to be sharing with the OhHello community?
Let's see. I've been in media and marketing for about 25 years at this point. So a lot to draw on. I got my first job in advertising working for the school paper. Shout out to the Daily Illini, which we both read back in the day. And so coming out of school, I got in at L90, which was an early online ad network. So kind of got a feel for this newfangled internet thing and sort of digital media. I did about 5 years there. We merged with DoubleClick Media, became MaxOnline, got bought by Excite and Ask Jeeves. 4 or 5 different companies in the 5 years. So certainly got a taste of M&A at an early age, although I was too young to really make much money off of it, but certainly good lessons learned.
You learned a lot.
Yeah. And then let's see, at that point, went all in on search, not at Ask Jeeves, but Resolution Media, which was an agency that we started and eventually sold to Omnicom. So got a good taste for agency life, holdcos, and the role that they play in the ecosystem. From there, I spent time consulting, writing. I published a book, Everything I Know About Marketing I Learned from Google, not so humbly displayed on the bookshelf there right behind me.
I've got a signed copy. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And then it's still available, by the way. You can find it on Amazon. And then let's see. So then I joined Kenshoo as CMO. They're called Sky now, one of the leading ad tech companies for walled gardens. And from there, I went to 4C as the CMO. So kind of early in the social space, social ad tech. And then we got bought by Mediaocean in 2020. And of course, Mediaocean is the OG of ad tech, going back to the DDS, the Donovan Data Systems days. And it's always, amazing that I talk to people here who've been with the company 30, 40, 50 years. So really keeps me young and feels like there's, always more to learn, which I love.
I love that. And you've got such an amazing background that so many people can learn from and that I personally admire. With that said, what excites you about just being a mentor and just being someone that so many people look up to within our ecosystem?
Well, I mean, mentorship is super important. And by the way, not just for the mentees, but also for the mentors. At Mediaocean, we have a formal mentorship program. And through that, I've been paired with some incredible people, especially with remote working. The opportunity to build connections, it's much harder to do without being physically present around people that you can sort of run into, at the water cooler, which is why I put one in my bedroom here to remind me the importance of those little moments, the small talk that really builds relationships. So, what you're doing with OhHello it's huge because many people don't work at companies that have mentorship programs. Some people don't work at companies at all. They're either trying to break into the industry or they're in between companies. And so it's really hard to find people and find opportunities to talk about this kind of stuff. And so, the idea that opening that up, making it more accessible, again, both for the mentee and the mentor it's super important and super exciting.
Love that answer. What would you tell your 25-year-old self looking back?
All right, let's see. 25 years ago was probably.
Yeah, you're not, what would you tell your 25-year-old self?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I was probably still at L90 MaxOnline back then, which, by the way, is where I met Bill Wise, who's now CEO at Mediaocean. So I guess I'd probably tell myself stay close to that guy, follow his coattails. But I guess to that point, I would kind of reassure myself that it's not only okay to work with people that you're friends with, but actually it's recommended. I came out of school, took a job with one of my closest friends from college, and then we started Resolution with another college fraternity brother who
Why
as
don't you
well.
give those guys a couple shouts?
Yeah, sure. So Matt Spiegel, Lance Newhouser, and at the time I probably questioned, and other people questioned, hey, is that a smart move to get into business with your buddies? But looking back now, I can certainly say that it all worked out. So I would just tell myself, don't listen to the naysayers. You can mix business and pleasure and still grow a nice career and keep those friendships intact.
Well said. Really important advice. With that said, though, who are three of your top mentors, whether they're live, not with us anymore?
I guess I'd probably point to some of the folks I just mentioned. Bill Wise, who's our CEO at Mediaocean, Matt Spiegel, Lance Newhouser, Keith Kaplan's another one who has been very influential as a mentor to me throughout my career. He was president at L90 MaxOnline back in the day, and just one of the most generous people, generous with his time, his energy, everything. Just sort of a good, pure heart, and I guess that's probably a common thread with all those folks. I think the importance of trust and loyalty are certainly some things that I attribute to those folks and that they imparted on me over the years, and certainly wouldn't be where I am now without them.
Trust is so important. It's such an important aspect of everything that we do. And just from being an expert within the ecosystem, from being a mentor, from working with so many people, if you can't trust one another, that's what we're here for. Like, you only live once. So I love that you just said that. Appreciate you circling back and hitting on those mentors. And the final question for you, Mr. Goldman, as OhHello, you're going to be able to donate to and choose to donate to over 40 different charities that are baked into our platform, into the OhHello platform off the bat within the States. And we're going to have about 500 different charities across the globe. What's near and dear to your heart? Which charity?
Yeah, and it's awesome that you're doing that. For me, it's Susan G. Komen. I've had a few women in my life affected by breast cancer. My grandma Nikki died about 30 years ago, and she was an amazing person, a teacher, a runner. Her motto was "Keep it up, don't stop," and so we use that as motivation with our kids, and I also think it's kind of apropos when it comes to finding a cure. I got to believe with all of our modern tech and AI that a cure has to be within reach. I mean, if we can have Chat GPT writing our research papers and coding for us, surely we can find a way to prevent or treat cancer. So that's what I'll be raising money for.
Awesome, Aaron. Awesome. Well, really appreciate you joining us today. Really appreciate the friendship, the guidance, the support. With that said, I know that you have a hard stop. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being part of the OhHello community, and we will talk soon. Thanks, AG.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, come on, Charlie Brown.